Hey everyone, welcome to another video. As you can probably hear, I have acquired a new mic. And by acquired, I mean bought off of Amazon. And today, we're going to be doing a tour of the Anvil Asgard. So, the Anvil Asgard is a combat dropship meant for a crew of 2 people, one for piloting, and there's a turret that you can gun. As well as some side guns in some side doors I'm going to show you in a couple minutes here. So taking a look at the cargo bay, that sounded powerful. Taking a look at the cargo bay, we've got a nice, very nice, gray with a slight tint of green to go with the Anvil logos and color scheme. We've got a cargo space of 180 SCUs, which is quite large for a combat dropship. The cargo bay can store ships ranging from an Anvil Pisces, Pisces Rescue obviously, it's the same ship. Mirai Razors, Mirai Furies, land vehicles like the Ursa Medevac, the Tumbril Novas, anything like that can all fit in here. And just a brief rundown of the ship. It's got 6 guns for the pilot, 2 for the turrets, and these side Gatling guns here, this one and this one here. So we've got 2 panels on either side of the cargo bay for opening the side doors, and there are 2 buttons, one here and one over here, that open up the back ramp, as well as a button here and a button back there that also opens up the back ramp. So we've got some Gatling guns here, just press F to deploy them, and then press F again when it says grip to actually shoot them. So these are very handy for shooting at enemies as you're flying over. I've actually done it a few times and it is very, 1, satisfying, and 2, easy. So you just hold F to retract them back and you just select that, just like that. Unfortunately, you can't switch out these guns. They just stay as Gatling guns because they're connected directly to the mount that switches it out, which is okay, but I think a cannon attachment would be really cool to shoot out of these doors. So moving on to the bottom level of the Asgard. We've got a jump seat on this side, as well as some ship parts. I believe we have a power plant, a cooler, and a shield generator. Moving past that, we've got the turret, which I will show you guys in a few minutes. And on the other side, we have got another jump seat, the same components as on the other side, just like that. And we also have an engineering terminal right here, just like that. Now, one tip, actually, that I did find out, I didn't know about, most of you probably do, but if you click here, doors, you click that, you can actually select a door, and I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, you can actually select a door and open and close the door that you've selected. So there we go. If I select the cargo ramp, and I press close door, because it's already open, it will actually close the door right from there, instead of going to having and pressing the button. So, if you're an engineer, just keep that in mind, that you can actually open doors from there. I thought that was pretty cool. So, now moving on to the upper level of the Asgard, we have a very nice bathroom on the left, with a wonderful little space toilet. Unfortunately, you can't sit on this one, or fold it up or down or anything, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. And a wonderful little sink with a mirror that thinks I'm invisible, which is always fun. Now on the right side, we've got a bunk for 2, and this is why I say it's for a crew of 2, because it's one for the pilot and one for the turret gunner. Side gunners are probably for crew that just want to temporarily hop on, shoot some enemies, and then get off when you get to your destination, I'm assuming. Now up here we've got some nice gun racks, a large weapon rack, a pistol holder, and some medium or rifle racks. And then on the left side here we've got some suit lockers, I'm assuming, which unfortunately, suit lockers, the ability to use the suit lockers aren't actually implemented in the game yet, but once they will be, that's going to look really awesome. So, right here, I've got a max left traction beam with me. I should have a Cambio Light SRT, but, you know. So, just like that, so that's for the rifles and tools like the max lift. We've got a pistol rack up here, just like that. So let me place that there. Just like that. And then we've got a selection for your railgun or your large heavy weapons like that. Now moving past this, we've got the cockpit itself. And I just wanted to take a little brief moment here, and it's actually got something to do with the doors. So the doors look nice and all, but this really makes it. So it's got the Anvil Aerospace logo etched into the glass on the door. This little section here is made out of glass, as well as the diamond pattern above and below it, which I really thought was a really nice touch. I don't know why I do, but it looks really cool, doesn't it? Just a nice little touch that the devs and the makers of Anvil ships. It's a luxury combat dropship now. Now, don't ask me why my engines are on, because I have no idea, because my power's off. But I'm gonna do that. There we go. So, just keep in mind, the lights are very bright. If you were to go down to the surface of a planet or a station, and you were to turn on these lights, the whole thing would ignite. Not ignite, illuminate. Because of how bright these engines are. How bright the lights are. I am so sorry. So, I need to open up the hangar. There we go. And we've got 4 rotating thrusters for VTOL mode on the sides. Those 4 there. We have got a missile rack with 8 missiles in it. I don't know what size they are, but I think this will tell you in a second here. So they are Arrestor 3 missiles. So I don't know what size they are. Someone mentioned it down in the comments below to tell other people. But they are quite large, and there is 8 of them. So it packs quite a punch, as well as 6 Panther repeaters for the cockpit and 2 Rhino repeaters for the turret below. Another thing that I really love about this ship is that the quantum drive is very fast to me. So right now I'm at Seraphim Station, and I'm gonna go all the way over to Everest Harbor in Hurston, or at Hurston, I should say. We gotta go over here. There we go. Everest Harbor, and you press this little button here, or you press R on your keyboard to route. And once you have a route, you look for the little icons there. So that's one right there. See, so that's a planet icon, just like that, Hurston. So let's go to Hurston, just like this. Now, it says that the route is going to take 3 minutes and 8 seconds to travel to the planet, and then just a little bit longer, 2 seconds more, for some stops to get to Everest Harbor. Now, to me, that doesn't actually seem right, because it seems a lot faster than that. Now, just a disclaimer, I have no idea what GMs stand for, but I'm sure someone in the comments can tell other people. For my safety, I've been relocated. Well, that's not very good. So, I'm assuming that someone else in the comments can tell people that don't know what GMs stand for. They can enlighten them. So, while we're in Quantum, I'll show you guys how the turret moves and how well it operates. We've got an APX fire extinguisher on the side right here. What is going on? On the side right here. And then I have gotten into battle with the Asgard since the engineering update, and I was getting shot at and there was fire coming up along here. I couldn't actually put the fire out, so I don't know how I would, or how one would deal with that. But I'm sure someone will find a way. So, here's the turret here. So we've got 2 size 4 Rhino repeaters that are obviously on gimbals. And this is what the inside of the turret looks like. So it is very nice. It's very compact. There's not a lot of buttons. You have 3 screens. You have a little map up there. You've got a couple buttons. You've got exit and power off, as well as switch fire mode, switch gyro mode, and increase and decrease sensitivity. And you can obviously reset it as well. So the scanning is there. You can scan from the turret. I don't actually know how to do this, or if they've implemented it yet, so someone enlighten me on that. But it's fairly quick. If you guys don't know, when you guys are in Quantum, if you want to move the turret around, if you're on the Idris and the turrets keep spinning on you, you can press E to switch the gyro mode from this, and it always turning around on you. If you just press E once, you can see gyro up in the top left there. See how that goes on and off? The word gyro turns on and off just like that. So with gyro off, gyro just means that your turret is not going to move when the ship itself moves. So with gyro off, now you're just locked to the ship's rotation and movement. But it allows you to move around. So if you aren't in combat and you're just sitting in the turret seat because you're just traveling somewhere with your ship and your crewmates, and you don't want the turret to move around all the time, just press E so that you can turn off gyro. And it'll stick to the ship's rotation. And I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. The planet was there, and then it just poofed. I think is the literal translation, is poofed. But yeah, so press E, and your turret will stick to the ship's movements and rotation, so that it's not going to be moving around all the time on you, and you get ship sick. Space sick? Air sick? I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. OM4. 24.5 G. Okay, so it teleported us. I'm assuming that it teleported us back to where it said I've been relocated for my safety. So now it's going to take more than 3 minutes for sure. But it is a fairly quick travel, which I really like about this ship. And I just can't get over the way it looks. I mean, it's a nice bright white with some gold accents and black accents. And I think it just looks like a really nice ship in general. It's got an industrial feel to it. But, I mean, like the glass etching on the doors and the nice open view gives it, to me, a sort of a luxury feel. Obviously, the cables and stuff are kind of similar to the Drake Cutlass Blacks or Corsairs. So it's more of an industrial-looking ship. But still, I mean, I love it for what it is. It looks and feels like a really nice ship to pilot. A lot of my buddies that I play with, we do missions like these all the time. And we love using it because it's so handy to have, you know, big cargo space, vehicle storage inside. If you were to go on some missions with your buddies or your friends or crewmates, buddies and friends is the same thing, I was just making a joke. If you're going on a mission with your friends or crewmates, and you store an Ursa medevac, or you can put Pisces Rescue in the cargo bay, then that's great, right? You can just respawn there and do it all over again. Now, if your ship blows up, that's a different thing, but so far that hasn't happened to me. It's caught on fire, but it hasn't blown up yet. Unless I fly it point blank into the face of a planet, which has happened more than once. So, don't do that. Practice before you play. So, actually, I did forget something. So, we've got 4 screens in here, along with a couple buttons. So, we've got exit, open, close, and unlock, and lock exterior. We've got engine on and off. Over here, we've got power off and on, obviously. And then the 4 screens, obviously, you can change to whatever you want. So, the standard is diagnostics, power management, scanning, and weapon configuration. And just like that, we are back at Herson. I'm going to go over here to Evers Harbor. And the cooling is pretty fast too. I mean, I have all my outputs used up, so 24 different outputs. And here are the coolers here, so there's 3 of them, and they're all at full, and it just finished cooling now, which is fairly quick after a long distance traveled twice. So, I'm quite happy with the ship. I really do like it. I'm not going to be like Captain America. I don't like it. No. I love this ship. It's one of the best I've ever owned, and I use it all the time. So, just like that, now we're going to back off on the throttle. So, just like that, we're already going 700 meters per second, which is really fast for quite a large ship like this. I mean, granted, it's not as big as the Perseus, but for what it is, it goes, it can move. And especially in atmosphere, when you're going over tanks on the ground and troopers and stuff like that, it can really move. And that mixes well with the guns that are in the side doors. So you just fly right over the people that you're fighting, and you just lay loose on them with those Gatling side guns, and you're good to go. Like, seriously, you can take out a lot of guys. And the bottom turret gunner as well is a considerable factor with the firepower. So we're gonna enable VTOL. Whoa, what is going on? Jeez. Jeez Louise. There's an Argo Atlas just flying in the air. So, where is my landing gear down? Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. Just like that. Well, everyone, that brings me to the end of my second video. I thank you all for being on this journey, the Star Citizen journey with me. And I really did hope you liked the video. Feel free to like the video and please comment on what ship I should do next. I'm thinking of touring the Starlancer Max tactical version, or Starlancer TAC for short. But if you guys have any suggestions on what ship I should tour next, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, or morning, or night, whenever you're watching this. Have a good one.